The Fantasy Alarm NBA DFS Show with Jon Impemba and James Grande.
What is going on, FA Nation? Jon Impemba here with James Grande. This is the Fantasy Alarm NBA DFS Playbook Preview Show. We have 5 games here on a Tuesday to talk about as we record here Monday evening, watching a pretty exciting day of NBA basketball. Some high-scoring games, some nuclear performances, some overtime contests. So we got Cleveland and Miami about to head to overtime right now. We saw Washington and Detroit go to overtime, where, again, Cade Cunningham went absolutely nuclear. Victor Wembanyama, monster game right now and counting as that game continues. So we'll see. We'll see if anybody can live up to those type of numbers here on the Tuesday slate. Only 2 guys over $10,000. That's SGA and Tyrese Maxey. Philadelphia playing Boston again. Like the
Why?
time this year? I don't know. Utah on a back-to-back. That might be it for back-to-back.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep. So we'll get into it. We'll talk about it here. Point guard position.
John,
yeah.
Before we get into it,
sure.
Make sure you hit the like button.
Sure.
Make sure you subscribe to the Fantasy Alarm YouTube channel. We appreciate each and every one of you that do support. You typically have like the goal, right? 100 likes. We want to try to get to 100 likes on every video. We have about 1,000 people that watch. So by every, 100, every 10 people, 100 likes.
Yeah,
100 likes isn't too many, but that helps in the algorithm tremendously. So if anyone isn't already subbed, or anyone, it doesn't want to sub.
It would honestly be awesome. And again, you don't have to do it, obviously. But if you watch the show, just hit the thumbs up button.
Yep, agreed.
Free way to support the work we do here. It boosts us in the algorithm, gets more eyes on the content, and lets us show our bosses, hey, we're doing things over here. So, again, appreciate you guys tuning in each and every day. If you could just hit that like button, again, totally free to do. If you want to leave a comment, you suggest we comment in the comment section with you guys. We'll talk to you guys throughout the day. Can do that as well. 5 games, Grande. SGA and Maxey are your top 2 price plays. Also, point guards on this slate. So you have OKC at home versus Golden State. You have Philly again against Boston. We've seen that quite a few times, and Maxey's had success every time in that matchup. And that dumps down to the 8K tier. Brunson, Curry, and Ja Morant. Saw a pretty interesting trade floated out there today. 3-team deal. Boston, Sacramento, and Memphis, where the Kings end up with Ja Morant.
Okay.
The Celtics end up with DeMar DeRozan. Anthony Simons ends up in Memphis, is the key players in that 3-team trade. So
hate every second of that.
Didn't make any sense when I saw it, but that was a popular analyst take out there.
I think that trade and every bit of it sucks.
Okay.
No offense to just thinking through. Memphis would obviously need a bunch of picks in that scenario.
There was a whole lot of picks going in, like 3 firsts going.
Anthony Simons being an expiring contract there.
Mm-hmm.
DeMar DeRozan on the Celtics makes no sense. They want to shoot threes. DeMar DeRozan doesn't.
Yeah.
And Ja in Sacramento, could things possibly be any worse?
You already have Russell Westbrook. You don't need Ja Morant.
I don't understand.
So, anyways, again, that was just a floated out trade.
Okay.
But either way, back to sort of the point guard breakdown here.
Okay.
Hard to go against Maxey most of these times. You are getting like an improved Embiid seemingly every time he takes the floor. I guess we have to see, do they play on Wednesday? That'd be a good check here.
Yeah, we can check. I mean, I'd assume he would play this game because he sat the last one.
Yeah, but they don't. So the Celtics are on a back-to-back. This is their front leg.
Celtics on a front leg. And okay.
Warriors are on a front leg, so we could be seeing people sit.
Yeah. I'd be curious at that, because we've seen Curry miss the couple games with the illness. And also they're kind of struggling right now. So it would be interesting to see.
Thunder also on a front leg. We've seen them do some weird things with their rotations on these back-to-back situations. Not necessarily for SGA, but
they on the Thunder front though, they are shorthanded.
That's fair. Dude, Dort's already out, right?
Yeah, Dort, Wiggins, and J-Dub.
Okay. So where do you want to go then? I mean, again, SGA and Max are your top two guys.
Want to just clump this whole 8K tier plus together?
I do. I do. Yeah. I mean, I always play Brunson. So
yeah, it's a great spot. And I mean, that game was just incredibly unfortunate for all parties, including the Nets.
We knew there was a blowout potential in this one. And actually in this one, I played Towns. So
and Towns was obviously great.
Yeah.
So I don't have anyone that I wouldn't play. Curry is probably the one guy I'd least likely play. 8,800 in OKC, just not my favorite spot.
Yeah.
Not saying I think Curry couldn't go nuclear in a tournament, right? But I just probably wouldn't get there. SGA looks amazing as long as he gets. You basically look, anytime he has played extended minutes, he has gone nuclear. It's all the games where there's a blowout involved where he just hasn't.
Yeah, 29 minutes, he still gave you 42, but if he played 35, it would have been at 60 again.
Right, right. It's just one of those things. So I love Shea in this spot. The defense, as Draymond said, sucks. Maxey has obviously been as good as any player in the NBA this year.
He went for 60, 66.
Yeah, he's quite good. Quite good to quite great.
The minutes are just hilarious for this guy.
Hilarious.
36 is his low this year.
36 is the low. Yep. Absolutely in on Maxey. We talked Brunson, great pace up spot for the Knicks. Yeah. Morant is a little bit interesting here. I know the shot is, I mean, altogether, I saw, and I was listening to something today, John Morant's career low field goal attempts in the paint this year, John, or in the restricted area. He's not getting to the rim. And he's shooting, obviously, the percentage speaks for itself. He is not making any shots anywhere. He is shooting 35% and 15% on threes. And you've long said it, you don't know why Josh shooting threes.
He's a horrendous 3-point shooter.
But he's just not doing anything. He's not getting to the rim. He's career low shots at the rim. And now the one thing that we can definitively say is his assists and potential assists are way, way up. He is being an elite playmaker. The scoring is just obviously down. The free throws are down. The scoring's down. But 8,300 is going to make me think against the Knicks. That is a great price tag. I would strongly consider it. I would rank him ahead of Curry. I don't think I'd rank him ahead of Brunson, but it's close. It's pretty close.
You did finally get the Derek White shooting game.
We did. I mean, we knew it wasn't even still that good. It was just better. It's just
more. It was more is all it was.
More,
really. It was more.
Correct.
But it worked for fantasy production wise. Again, I don't want to really pay the 72 for him. We have Keontae George at 71 against the Pacers. Emmanuel Quickly, we talk about it a lot, man. Hey, it's going to be this play. Well, for 3 straight games now, Quickly has been smashing his price, and now he's got the Nets. So somebody on Toronto, maybe 2 guys on Toronto, are going to have really good games. Right now, Emmanuel Quickly is giving you 5, 6, 7x return. Do we go quickly here at 64? Are we going to buy into his recent scoring efficiency? The assist numbers are kind of ticking back up. I know you mentioned before, he's basically been a 1-to-1 assist to assist chance ratio play.
He was
for a little bit. So you have him, you have Nembhard 63, but maybe a returning TJ McConnell thrown in the mix there as well. The rest of this tier, AJ Mitchell continues to be awesome. Pritchard 61. How are you handling this?
So on the Quickly assist front, John, update, there are 10 games. Emmanuel Quickly is averaging 10 potential assists per game. That is second on the team. Jamal Shed at 10.3 is first. So
which is interesting because Shed just comes off the bench. So
17 minutes per game. Basically just playing exactly what Emmanuel Quickley. Let's shrink that sample down. What are we looking for?
We're looking at the 4th to the 8th.
Last 3 games.
Last 3 games.
Last 3 games. Potential assists. Emmanuel Quickley about 12.
Okay, so 2-1. 2-1 a chance to assist.
But here's something. He has absolutely dominated in passes made and passes received per game. Okay. 18 more passes per game than anyone else received. He's making 10 more passes per game than any other player on the team.
So the offense is flowing through him. He's facilitating.
Yes.
Which is better than it was to begin the season when he had that run of assists where he was doing like 7 assists on 8 assist chances, sort of situation.
Yeah, it was not good to start. I do like, I mean, this spot is undeniably it's
going to be great for every team that faces Brooklyn.
Yeah, they're an abomination no matter what kind of lineup they throw out there at this point. It doesn't seem like it's going to get any better anytime soon. I think this tier is just interesting. Like you mentioned, Derek White, I think he's good. Keontae is having a good game this evening. He's obviously been awesome. And I like that they move Collier back to the bench for what that's worth. Like
get out of the locker room.
Yeah. So hopefully, Ace Bailey is once again in the starting lineup, or just some iteration of not Isaiah Collier. Quickly looks good. Dude, the role for Nembhard has looked pretty good through 2 games. Like the second game was without Pascal, and that's obviously something. But 13.5 potential assists, 85 passes received per game. I mean, he is just there's just every possession multiple
19
times.
3-point attempts in 2 games.
Yeah, 19 3-point attempts, 36 shots in 2 games. I love Nembhard. I know McConnell's like potentially back. I know Pascal
shouldn't impact Nembhard, right? They might play together at times.
They're gonna play together. Still no Matherin here. Pascal, Neesmith, they're all back, and I like that stuff for Nembhard because the assists, right? So I think Nembhard at 63 in this spot looks great. Can't get to Pajemski. AJ Mitchell's the one, John. This is the most interesting one because we're just here. Yeah. We're looking at this player. This player is just what he is.
Just a good player now all of a sudden, right?
Yeah. I mean,
the Thunder have developed. They're going to repeat if this is what the AJ Mitchell is going to be, right? Because Jalen Williams is going to come back. And they're going to have Wiggins and AJ Mitchell and all those guys and you're just not going to be able to beat them. So
no, their depth is just what it is, right? Like,
but it got better. AJ Mitchell wasn't doing this last year.
No, you're right. You're totally right. And because AJ Mitchell's doing this, Caruso's going to be fresh going into the postseason, and like it's just what it is. But no Dort, so we're going to see Mitchell start again, 6,300. Probably too cheap still.
Yeah, at the very least, he should hit value.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, it's just a good tier. Quickly, Nembhard, Mitchell. I don't like Grimes as much when Joel is back, but you can play Grimes. And then, Pritchard, I know he had a terrible game last time out, but like he also, the game prior, had 27 actuals. So.
Which is, again, this is what Boston's also going to be, right? Yeah. They're going to be just a streaky. Someone did say, there was a tweet the other day that Peyton Pritchard led the NBA in field goal percentages on drives to the rim.
That's a good. We can
see if you can find that tweet. Someone, definitely a Celtics fan account that tweeted it, but
I'm just looking. I'll look at the stats page.
And this was a couple days ago. Obviously, he had a really bad shooting game, so maybe he's dipped. But I can't imagine
points per.
They said it was field goal percentage on drives to the
field goal percentage. Okay, I need to find I need to get qualified players. You talk about the rest of the position, and I'll find qualified players.
Again, they sent Collier back to the bench. Started Ace Bailey, Case and Wallace 52. McConnell, a guy that we love playing, honestly, but yeah, he's already 5K and he hasn't played all season with the hamstring, so I just assume there's going to be minutes limitations there. I mean, I DM'd you and I was like, hey, heads up on Anthony Simons. Guy scored 25 in the first half and didn't score again the rest of the game and only played 23 minutes. So
didn't play him down. I saw the Hugo Gonzalez defense in the second half, and then so I assume.
But the reasoning behind the DM to Grande was that, again, living in Boston, you hear sort of Boston media and things like that, and they were really getting on Joe Mazzulla for playing Simons 2 minutes
in
the first half against Orlando, and then he went on a little bit of a heater in the third quarter, and then they pulled him for a stretch there in the fourth, and then put him in when it was too late to come back, and then he just went nutty in that first part. They will play him, so I do think that he's a good value still at $4,500. But you know, if Joe Mazzulla had the wrong Cheerios that morning, like anything's possible with that guy. So when it comes to his rotation,
I got the drives numbers.
Okay, what do we got?
So Peyton Pritchard's at 71.1.
Okay.
It is not. It is near the top. Okay. Royce O'Neal, Sion James, Nikola Vucevic, Zach LaVine, De'Aaron Fox, Svi Mykhailiuk, Joel Embiid. Those are the handful of guys ahead of him.
Yeah, this is it was a tweet a few days back, so things could have certainly adjusted, but still 71%.
It's great
on drives to the rim for a dude that's 5'8", 5'9". Like how big's Pritchard, right?
So, I think they list him at 6'1", but I would be surprised. Yeah,
they let him wear his shoes when they measured him.
They let him wear his shoes.
Well, you just take your shoes off, get your true height. Anyways. So anyways, again, a guy that is really good at getting to the rim and apparently finishing there as well. So maybe some opportunities there. What do you do at Brooklyn? What does anybody do at Brooklyn? Do you even play Brooklyn?
I mean, Yegor Demone is. We're learning each day. Okay, we're learning each day.
I tried to say Giannis the other day. Said it correctly. None of you guys heard it right though. So
no, there was actually one confirmation in the chat that confirmed that it wasn't.
We'll see.
I'd like to see the ownership, because I put this in the Discord the other day. Not that he was great, but I wrote there was a lot of kind of anomalies with the way things in Brooklyn. Nobody was playing Yegor. Clowney was shooting out of his mind, and Claxton's playmaking out of his mind. And really the only sustainable thing is probably the Michael Porter Jr. points, just because the team around him.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's all they got.
Right. That's all they have. But Yegor, we'll see about the ownership. I just think that John.
Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell, offensive rebound with 1 second left into a made three to tie the game at 138 with.
So we're going double OT.
Miami just called a timeout with 0.4.
Well, Jaime Jaquez is taking a shot. Norm's got 33 actual. Jaime Jaquez is 22, 13, and 7. Just dominating. Donovan Mitchell 28, 15, and 8 tonight.
It's just actually unreal. I'd like to see the ownership on Yegor before, because he also got some blowout run before getting taken off the floor. The shot has looked a little good. He's obviously a good passer. He had a bunch of potential assists in each of the last 2 games. That would
the first round, one of their 5, right?
He was the first. He was there first. Yeah, 7th overall. So that would probably be a direction I'd be okay going, but I obviously we need to see the ownership before fully coming.
Sure. Did you have any comments on any of these other lower tier guys? Not much.
I think it's kind of tough to get to anyone.
Yeah, I agree. All right, shooting guard buckets is 84. Shooting guard only, Jimmy Butler. RJ Barrett, again, Keontae. VJ Edgecombe down to $6,900. Mikal 64, and then we've talked about some of the rest of that group there. Again, Toronto is just going to be super chalky. RJ Barrett's super consistent night in, night out, 20 plus actual. Not going to pop really, I guess, if he doesn't give you big numbers, but
I feel like it's hard for him, because he is largely scoring dependent. I shouldn't say that, but like he isn't at the top of he's not going to lead them in assists often or rebounds often.
Mm-hmm.
So he really needs to like go nuclear offensively. The pop ones, I think, for me on Toronto is Scotty, obviously, because Scotty can change games like in multiple facets and quickly because of the price. Those would probably be the two guys that I would think like could have a ceiling game.
Mm-hmm.
But I think what you largely said about RJ Barrett is correct. Like I think he is very safe. I don't really have a lot of interest in Jimmy Butler at 8,400 with Steph returning.
Mm-hmm.
Not my favorite. Miami just won at the buzzer.
Miami did? Wow. Had to have been Jaquez.
No, Andrew Wiggins at the buzzer. I'm curious. We'll see if it counts, but I think it counts. Alley-oop dunk, he counts dunk.
Yeah. Wow, crazy. The Mitchell 3 was also insane. But yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Then like I don't think there's like Edgecombe. We kind of knew the shooting was gonna like regress a little bit after that first game. I mean, it was just like unsustainable stuff. There's just too many guys in Philly.
Yeah. 9 shot attempts isn't ideal, right?
Yeah, it's not. And
there.
yeah, it's just not. So, I don't love it. Mikhail at 64, Pods, Grimes,
get a little Cedric Coward in your life?
Dude, it's only a matter of it doesn't really even matter that he's not starting at this point because he's just so good everywhere.
Look at the rebound just off the bench, right? And just playing the minutes.
So he was like I think he played all 4 years in college. He's one of those like older draft picks, or he didn't play a lot in his final. There was something where he like transferred from either like Division II or some lower level Division I into a big Division I and then played like no games. So people were like kind of skeptical on the draft pick. And he's just absolutely obviously playing out of his mind. It's a matter of time before he's starting too. RIP Jalen Wells in that case. But yeah, I think Coward looks pretty good here. He's obviously very good everywhere. Moody's just ridiculously expensive for no reason whatsoever. Case and Wallace.
He was good when everybody was out, right?
Yeah. Case and Wallace, really no chance at 52. Shepard, no. McCain, no chance you could play any of these guys.
Man, Mihailuk, Caruso.
It's all kind of gross. I mean, obviously Ace Bailey would be the guy.
If they start Ace Bailey again, that's probably the play, right?
So currently, halfway through the third quarter, Ace Bailey's played 18 minutes, which is tied for, right around like what Nurkic and Svi have played. 4 points, 7 rebounds, assists, and a steal. He's 4,300. Obviously, like the offense should pop a little bit more too. I don't hate it. The minutes have been trending up to begin with. And then
that team needs to play young player, right?
And then Drake Powell is the other one for the Nets.
Yeah.
He is super freak athletic, defensive-minded player, and I think that's what's going to get him on the floor. We've heard Jordy Fernandez already talk about it, right? Like, we need people that can defend. This is a guy that can defend. So I think Drake Powell's probably going to just start taking minutes away from people because he's one of their only players that can defend.
Mm-hmm. Anything else, Guard?
Wow, what a blown coverage by Cleveland.
Wide open. Left them wide
Awful.
No, I mean, let's get the Jaylen Brown here and just talk about.
Yeah, it goes. Yeah, Jaylen.
$8,500 still. Not really touching him. Went for 32 and 38 fantasy points. Sorry, went for 32 actual, but he went for 48 and 38 fantasy points in the 2 games against Philadelphia here. Obviously, when they've played competitive games, he's put up some pretty elite numbers on the season. Just high usage rate guy here.
20 shots and 4 straight. He's hoisting, dude.
Ingram, Michael Porter Jr., $7,400. Ingram had himself a decent day offensively. not great off the floor, throwing a water bottle and
and his pockets are a lot lighter.
Yep, as they should be.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, for sure. I'm out.
Sure.
I'm out on anyone that does that. I'm out. I'm out on the Brandon Ingram experience. That was awful.
But Michael Porter Jr. is just flame throwing. So
yeah, he has to.
Has to. He'll get the Scotty Barnes defense in this game, but
that's not fun.
But volume over everything. Jarice, OG, Oubre, and Neesmith in the 6K range.
OG has been really good. That's probably the guy I'd go to in this range if I'm playing anyone in this range.
Sure.
Neesmith has also been pretty good. I'm kind of indifferent about him. I think like the coward. I think Josh Hart is probably a little bit misrepresented at 5,400. The 21 minutes were obviously due to a blow up, but I mean he was kind of smashing in those minutes. So I think Josh Hart's a little too cheap.
Okay. Value anybody?
Value anybody. Caruso's minutes are just not there. Like he said, he doesn't care about, like, he's just not ready for the regular season. Cody Martin's playing actual minutes, which is sickening. I don't think so. They don't play Vince. No, I don't think so. Actually, do we have is Mitchell Robinson questionable? He is. If Mitchell Robinson doesn't play, they'll probably start Shamet. Not that I would play Shamet, but like that would definitely put me on more Josh Hart. That would also probably put me on a little Clarkson. I think there's a couple different situations of like Nick, Miles McBride. Like there's a couple other Knicks I would play if Mitchell Robinson doesn't play. But I just saw Shamet's name and I thought about Mitchell Robinson's status.
Okay. Power forward, Siakam's 98, Towns is 9K, Barnes 84, Markkanen $8,000.
Like I get the Siakam price and he deserves the price, but it was deserved when Nembhard wasn't there, and McConnell might be back too. I'm not sure I'm going to pay 9,800 when I can play Towns for 9,000. Or I can play Scotty for 84 in a dream spot.
Yeah.
Or
I agree. I mean, I would Towns for me feels like an easy plug.
Yeah, Towns is back. Like he just looks incredibly comfortable again. He opened the season basically being like, yeah, I don't know what the hell's going on with this offense. It's like, well, that's not encouraging. But the Knicks have also now scored 119 plus points in 5 straight games. So offense looks like it's doing just fine. I think Towns is the easy plug. He'll be popular. Barnes is an easy plug. Triple J also
popular just given the matchup.
Yeah, and then Chet, I think, is your contrarian play. The minutes aren't great on Chet. That'd probably be the only thing I'd be a little down on.
Yeah, $7,700. You kind of find the extra money. Probably.
You just need them. I think like these bench guys are interesting. Aldama and Hart. I know. I said Hart, but like Aldama's now playing a bunch of minutes nightly.
You don't need to convince me to play Santi Aldama here.
No, you don't. No,
team OG. Santi Aldama.
Dude, opening night he was 7,500. You're like, well, I was like, no, John, no.
I can see it.
I was like, do you think that the numbers are reverse here?
If he got hot from 3, I could see it. I generally last year, if you guys tuned in, I played a lot of Santi Aldama.
Yes, so. And dude, the minutes are trending up like 28.
As the minutes have gone up, the price has gone down.
That's a good combination of things.
Combination to have there. Obviously, Watford's unsustainable performance against Brooklyn. He had a little revenge game in there, and people played him against Chicago, and we didn't get that. Even if they start, I can't play him next to there. Noah Clowney, sort of the same deal. 32 minutes for him. Did not play well against Philadelphia, so a little bounce back game. You can play him against Toronto.
Wait, scroll up. You could scroll up here, I think.
Oh, okay. There we go. I knew it was wrong. In my brain, it didn't make sense. I played him and he was bad. Like, did I miss the day?
I'm looking at the.
Because DraftKings said I missed the day, so I was trying to see if that was the day that I missed. All right, so
I was also looking like I know for a fact this is not correct.
Why do they continually put me in the middle of
I don't know. But it's like when you switch positions.
I think what happens is when I scroll. Let's see. Let's troubleshoot this. That's what happens. So if I scroll down,
it doesn't move. It doesn't change.
It doesn't reset me to the top of the next person.
So it's like the position. It's like how it does it with the positions too. Because if you have to scroll up every position. That's brutal.
Okay. In my brain, I remember Clowney being bad because I played him. He was really good here. Also played him. So
I think, and I wrote this in the playbook the other day. Not that I included him, but I wrote in the playbook he was just simply shooting out of his mind.
Mm-hmm. And has been
in that 3-game stretch.
Yeah.
Hasn't really been able to do much else, like in any other facet. So I was just tempering expectations because he was also under 4K for those slates, or 4K and under. I probably don't go back there. I think it's probably a little bit too expensive for me, but I also don't love this tier in general. Like, Watford is probably the guy because the minutes are at least interesting.
Mm-hmm.
No, there's nothing else that's like Minot again.
They played Jordan Walsh a lot.
Yeah, but that's just not even a thing that we can rely on, right? No. There's three sustainable players for the Boston Celtics, and then everything else is just game flow dependent.
Is Walsh only small forward?
He was only small forward.
I mean, I've said this a bunch to you guys, is that they don't they're just playing whoever is playing well at the time. Jordan Walsh has cracked 20 minutes. Like, maybe Jordan Walsh is a guy you look at $3,800. But he can also just as very well do exactly what Josh Minot did the other day. So, or
DMP, like he did for the games prior. Like he straight DMP.
That's what I'm saying. They're trying to find something, right? And they drafted Walsh a couple of years ago, and they don't have a set front court. So Minot will start,
but he might not play anything else. Yeah,
but then he pops off for like 34 and 25. You're like, hey, so he's really only a multi-entry play. So
yep.
I got nothing else. What's the Sam Hauser deal? Probable. I'll say if Hauser was out, I guess we would reevaluate sort of that conversation, but
possible.
All right, center Embiid was too cheap the other day at $7,600. He's still too cheap at $7,600. 26 minutes, back-to-back games here. Eventually, the minutes might creep up to 28. I maintain Boston has no front court, so I will play Joel Embiid at $7,600.
Yeah, I mean, whether he can move his knee or not, he's still a good offense. Like, he can still do a lot of things offensively. That's better than a lot of players.
Saves his energy for the offensive side of the floor.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely a solid play.
Claxton, $6,400.
You're just gonna skip over this stretch that Isaiah Hartenstein is on right now?
You can talk about it if you want.
I'm just saying, look at these games.
He had one good game.
Brother.
What?
4 double-doubles in his last 5.
Okay, we're talking fantasy points. These aren't even 5x.
48 and 69. There's a ceiling there, though.
Well, that's up to you.
No,
he's gonna have to deal with Draymond,
That defense I don't need to worry. We don't really have to worry about Draymond anymore. He's talked all that stuff about being title contenders, and they can't win freaking anything anymore. Yeah, I don't love Hartenstein. I think he's in play just given their injuries and stuff.
Sure. Eight on some good matchups. I won't argue with you.
The Claxton has been very good as well. It all comes down to Brooklyn if they could just be competitive in games.
Yeah. Toronto's not playing any defense either. So
yeah, they've been a little better. I am not a Raptors believer at all. They have gotten better. they are down to 15th in defense. And I think it's like they're 2 in defensive rating over the last 5 games.
Okay.
And it kind of coincides with Colin Murray Boyles playing more.
Sure.
Because he's very good on defense. That's kind of like what he was drafted for. So I think it does coincide a little bit with CMB playing.
You've had a lot of chalk Nurkic lately.
Yeah. I mean, he's just a good fantasy player when he gets the opportunity.
Gets the Pacers matchup here.
Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. Isaiah Jackson on the other side for sure.
Yep. Pirtle, Aldama, we talked about them. We talked about Aldama already.
Pirtle played 25 minutes last game. It's not terrible. Like, obviously, he is not going to do. He's going to have to do a lot of things himself if he wants the basketball. But I don't hate it.
Okay. Isaiah Jackson is 51. Neemias Cade is 48. They'll need his body in this game. Luka Garza had a really good game the other day.
He did. Neemias fouled out, and then Garza had the big fourth.
Again, impossible to bank on anything there, but he did have a good game. But did he play any of his value plays?
We know, at least with Garza, it's a small slate. We know that there's going to be like garbage, or he's going to presumably back up Queta. Mitchell Robinson's obviously really good per minute. If he plays, I don't hate it. He's just not playing a lot.
Okay.
Jeremiah Robinson Earl is like a guy that they actually play. I guess you could play that. Oh man, I don't think so. See, I wish DMB was a little cheaper.
Sure.
I don't think there's anything else though. Oh, okay, Mamu questionable. That would actually maybe have me interested in some Colin Murray Boyles as like just getting a lot more time on the, as backup 4, backup 5.
Sure.
That would be a little interesting if Mamu doesn't play. And that would also, I mean, yeah, I think that would be a little interesting.
Also, again, the Brooklyn matchup, so they, blow it or something like that.
Yeah, dude, that's also a good one. Like Mobo, and maybe that's a Mobo thing too. Maybe they dust Mobo off and they play some Mobo, but I would just prefer the Colin Murray Boyles one at that point.
Okay. Lineup building time then.
Ooh, I didn't really even think about the blowout factor there. I like that, John. I like where your head's at.
I mean, you don't like to often think about blowouts, so
I know. Well, I don't. I don't.
So, all right, where do we want to go with this lineup build here?
Something Toronto, Quickly, Barnes.
Yeah, Quickly. The assist numbers for Quickly have been, or the usage, I guess, for Quickly has been nice there.
The usage for Quickly.
Can you go Quickly like Nembhard?
Ooh, that's a nice start. Yeah.
Towns.
Yeah, do that. That sounds very, very appealing.
So if we did Quickly, Towns, and beat Nembhard, it's 5,200 a play for shooting guard, small forward, and utility. Do we have one? Do we have like a
Ace Bailey?
Yep, Ace Bailey will be the guy. Shooting guard, 4,300. All right, we'll do that, and we'll put the rest of the lineup in the Discord. Quickly, Bailey, Towns, and Bede, Nembhard, almost $5,500. Plenty of money with small forward, and utility to go. We'll be back live at 5. Again, we appreciate all you guys' support each and every day. If you want to hit that like, share, and subscribe button, free way to support us. Leave a comment in the comment section. If you could get us and help us to that 100 likes a show, it would be greatly appreciated there. Either way, though, we're here for you guys each day, and we'll be back later tonight. We'll see you then.